Obviously, we scanned each one for microchips to make sure who's who. In other words, specifically identify each one. They then get their second booster rabies jab. They then had a shot of long-acting antibiotics. We dewormed them for internal parasites, and we sprayed them for external ticks, fleas, lice, anything on the outside. We sprayed them when they came in, so there were very little on the actual animals when they were down. They've been fighting a little bit, so there's a few scratches and claw marks, so the antibiotic will take care of that, but very little actually in the way of injuries as such. The spray will last about 3-4 weeks, so it'll keep them tick-free for quite some time basically. And then when we brought them through here, we topped them up a little bit, because picking them up and moving them after about 45 minutes is what we were getting to, they can start to wake up. So, and putting them in a box awake is not a lot of fun. And then they've all had a long-acting tranquilizer. It lasts about 3 days. It will wear off after 3 days, and it keeps them pretty calm whilst they're travelling.
They will be conscious and awake.
Oh yeah, no, they will do. I've made a decision not to wake them up, because they'll wake up within 20 minutes if we will give them the wake up. They'll take an hour, hour and a half to wake up without it. And the reason being is that they're now going to have to sit for a while because the truck's been delayed coming through. But it's nice and cool. We're going to keep an eye on them, obviously, make sure there isn't any issues. But yeah, that's basically what
they won't be fed for the next 24 hours.
They're not going to eat probably for the next 48 hours, I would think, because even when they get there, they're highly unlikely to want to eat immediately. They take a bit of time. They'll pace out their boma, and once they settle, they'll eat then. Yeah. I mean, they can go a week without food without a problem. Generally.
How are they going to put water in there for them?
They've got there's a little pipe on the side, and you put a
Okay.
funnel on, and it'll actually fill it up. And I think they'll only do that once they're on the aircraft, because it's going to slop everywhere otherwise. We'd like to have put bedding in, but bedding is an issue for a number of reasons, and most importantly, it transmits various agricultural diseases and things, so we decided that it's not a good idea. Okay.
Even though they're deemed to be tranquilized, they can still get up and stand and everything.
Oh, no, they will not be zonked at all.
Okay.
They'll be very aware, and if you stimulate them enough, they're going to be pretty unhappy lions. Okay. So the idea is that when people are working around the crates, they work quietly and efficiently. The other problem is that the tranquilizers tend to interfere with their heat regulation. So obviously they need to be in shade. You know, they can't have the crates in the boiling sun for 5 hours. If they are in the sun, they obviously got to have airflow, in other words, on the back of a truck and be moving so that they are cooled down. So, but I'm sure all of that has been taken care of. But it is one of the little issues one has to think about when you tranquilize animals in particular, because it interferes with their thermoregulation.
Like, it all looked very smooth. I mean, are there particular issues that you worry about in an operation like this?
I think our biggest one is waking up, because as I said to you right at the beginning, we use low dose protocol, which is a